Joining us now to help break down the Bank of Canada's decision and what's happening with the markets is Marvin Ryder with McMaster University's Degroote School of Business. Now, Marvin, when we start talking about interest rates, inflation, and the markets, that can be challenging to make sense of. But all of this, of course, impacts retirement investments, mortgages, other loans, as well as what we pay for things in the grocery stores. So we've been hearing about an increase in interest rates and how that would help slow down inflation. Why is that?
Well, the simple answer is that if I make money more expensive for people to borrow, they're probably going to spend less of it. So inflation is really a sense of how our spending is. And we have bounced back out of COVID. We're spending at a higher rate, 4.8% inflation. The Bank of Canada would like to cool that back down to around 2%. If I make the money more expensive, maybe you'll stop buying as much.
So why would the bank decide to keep interest rates low then?
Both the Bank of Canada and the Federal Reserve Board today decided not to move it. Now, I think it's because they are definitely going to want to move it in March. Why not today? Because we're not done with Omicron and conceivably another variant on the horizon. So they want to leave themselves some wiggle room. Remember, these are the lowest interest rates in Canadian history. They can't go lower if something bad happens, but before they raise them up, they want to make sure the bad news is all passed by.
Makes sense. Well, when it comes to the markets this week, there has been a lot of volatility. What are the possible causes of this?
Well, one cause was, of course, wondering which way the bank was going to move. That is now out of the question, and we're not going to have to worry about that for another 6 weeks. But the big question has been the Ukraine. You know, I think really this is the biggest story of our time today, not COVID. Is there the potential for Russia to invade the Ukraine? And if they do invade, how is the Western world going to respond? The last thing anyone wants is a war involving the United States and Russia. So what you see happening during the course of a day is like a heartbeat. Oh, it looks like it's going to happen. Oh, no, it's not going to happen. Oh, yes, it's going to happen. So this volatility is going to continue. We found today there was a meeting, Russia along with France and Germany and the Ukraine. Nothing was accomplished. They say they're going to wait 2 weeks, get together and do it again. That might seem to suggest nothing's going to happen for 2 weeks. But trust me, nervous investors are going to check every little thing that happens in that area. And so expect to see more days like you've seen this week.
All right. Thank you so much, Marvin. That's Marvin Ryder with McMaster University's Degroote School of Business. Thank you.